So we're now going to move into the next segment of the night. Baba, which is the spiritual lesson. Peace to you, lovely. Baba. Oh, Indio. Indio. I just make sure you heard me. That's all. He be working out, y'all. I told y'all, the Aries in him, he got to be on the move. My man is not going to sit and get bored. My man's like, well, I work out after the live. I'm going to work out during the live. So after the live, I could just eat and go to sleep. I'm like, Ashe. So he probably put his clothes on. His head at. What's up, y'all? Did y'all enjoy the show tonight? What did you take away thus far? Oh, damn. Here you go. And there you. Just absolutely beautiful, goddess. Thank you for them reels you post. They help a ton. Ashe. What does Baba mean? Baba means daddy or father. I like to call him daddy, but Baba sounds more appropriate, so I call him Baba for when we out in public. You did enjoy it. You kind of missed half of it, but we'll play it back. Ashe. You took away, stay humble and be aware, answer the calls. Ashe. All right, y'all. Come on, Baba. What's the spiritual lesson?
Today's spiritual lesson is if you want to reach high levels of spirituality. What's up, Jay? If you want to reach high levels of spirituality, you must let go of the religious mindset. A lot of people in this group are not religious and would constitute themselves as spiritual, but you have a religious mindset. At least some of you do. A lot of you do. When I say religious mindset, meaning that once you learn something, once you dive into any practice or any enlightened perspective or understanding, you get stuck in that and it becomes your religion instead of your stepping stone. For instance, being vegan is a religion, or it has become a religion, where people become vegan and then that's it. It's like, you got to be vegan. Everybody has to be vegan. Like, why else would you not be vegan? Like, vegan is the only way, right? When that's not the case. Vegan will help you in certain aspects of your spiritual journey. Flesh will help you in other aspects. They do different things for the body. And let's look at some of the most spiritual cultural groups that there are. The Native Americans, right? The Native Americans are given some of the most spiritual, accolades and depictions when it comes to movies, when it comes to shows. Ashe, celestial bubbles. So we give all that is spiritual credence to Native Americans and their supreme spiritual connection to the earth. But they eat animals. So it's like, oh, we want to be all earth and one like the natives. But I don't want to eat the animals like the natives. The same spiritual people. So are they not spiritual anymore? Are they not enlightened? Right? Now, I'm not saying you have to eat meat to become enlightened. But I just want you to see that when you look at vegan and you say that's the only way, and that's the only possibility for high levels of health and spiritual, connection. Well, I just debunked that right there when it comes to the natives. When you go into the different tribes in Africa, a lot of them eat meat. Any indigenous group around the planet, a lot of them eat meat, right? But at the same time, you have the different Buddhist temples who are vegan, right? Who are also spiritually enlightened. So there's different ways to get to this enlightenment. Vegan, animal, there's different ways, right? But when you get stuck in just one way and say this is the only way, then it turns into your religion, and then your mind becomes locked into a box, which stunts your growth. It stunts your growth. So if you're saying, okay, I'm a Christian and that's the only way, your growth will be stunted. Or let's say you give up Christianity and say, well, I'm a Hinduist. I don't know exactly what they are, a Hinduist, right? And that's the way. Well, then you get stuck. Or you say, well, I'm a witch and that's all it is. Well, then you get stuck. You get stuck. And you could be instead of saying, well, I'm going into the Christian school to learn what it means to be a Christian. I'm going into the Muslim school to learn what it means to be a Muslim. I'm going into the Ifa school to understand what it is to be Ifa. I'm going into the Kemetic school to understand what it means to be, Kemetic or Egyptian. I'm going into the, the native school to know what it means to be, spiritual in the nature, in the natural sense. Right, I'm going into the Hindu school. I'm going into the witch school. I'm going to the voodoo school. I'm going into the. They're not supposed to be religions. They're supposed to be schools. They are universities. But we do the same thing when it comes to universities. A lot of times we go to one university and say, well, that's the university. That's my team. And then you never get to learn about, well, what's the other angle of the other universities? Right? You go to one school to get your your diploma. Then you go to the next school to get your bachelor's. Then you go to the next school to get your master's. Then you go to the next school to get your PhD. See, that's what these are. These are schools for you to graduate and then go to the next level and get your next certification. Until you reach a level where you can create your own school. That's the true goal. That is true trend. That's why you see certain people try to create their own school, their own divinations, their own, divine spiritual practices. And people hate on it and people say this and that and they're crazy, whatever. And sometimes they are crazy. I'm not going to lie. It does happen. But the idea of trying to achieve it, that's the point. You're supposed to try to reach that level to where you can accurately and successfully and applicably and powerfully create your own school that helps people to transcend. But your school is supposed to be something that people can graduate from. So my school or my religion practice that I am currently in the midst of creating is meant for people to come to learn and then graduate from, not to be stuck in it forever. And that is the spiritual lesson of the day.